and certainly large industry in our county. What are you hearing from that community, and how's that interacting with that?
Thank you. Good question. I was in eastern Ohio, and these people who just leased their land, these farmers, just the lease royalty check, they're getting about up to $5,000, $6,000 an acre. That's a lot of money. And you own just 100 acres, just what you got. Just think what you have. What they're doing, they're allowing the state to be farmers. They're actually able to finally upgrade their equipment. I was talking to some farmers down in eastern Ohio, said, I just bought a combine from the local implement dealer. And the guy said, I just bought me a John Deere tractor, and I'm upgrading my dairy herds, I'm upgrading my fencing, I'm building buildings, I'm buying refrigerators, I'm doing everything to keep me on the farm. Because it was tough being on a farm. It was tough. Now you have these people investing back in their farm. They're investing in their dairy herds. You have a greater amount of dairy herds. Yeah, potentially your milk prices are going to stabilize. You look at all the other things out there the farmers are doing, and I appreciate that question, because someone thought, well, maybe they would just sell off and they got their lease check and they're going to head to Florida. I mean, you know, farmers want to stay as farmers. It's going to allow the next generation to hand that business, that farm, to the next generation. And then what we did with the estate tax, getting rid of that, is going to even benefit. So you're going to have people, I call it a form of farmland preservation, because these people are getting just these checks alone. The one gentleman just received a $166,000 royalty check for 1 month. And he's excited about his next dairy herd. He's excited about building a barn. You don't see too many barns built in Ohio. You're seeing somebody, and then you have to have a work crew out there building the barn. So it's a construction crew. Where'd that all come from? It started, the genesis started in the shale. So when somebody tells me that there's no jobs going to be created and it'll just be limited, I don't believe that. I've been working with companies. I see a gentleman from a company. We did a site visit over there, and I know he's working strongly with companies, and I know he's busy. And you start looking at the whole process here. Is that little job, that little lease check, and money being injected to the Ohio's economy. Injected. And they want to be here. But the problem is, you're going to have the naysayers and the sky's falling and the earthquake people are going to say, hey, we got to put a moratorium on all this. Folks, if you put a moratorium on this, they aren't going to be here. And then we've lost the process. So it's my job to make sure we don't do a knee-jerk reaction, but in the same boat, go out there and get experts. Talk to them. Make sure that, is there a new standard out there or something that Ohio can be a visionary on? And we were on Senate Bill 165. Anyone who looks at that piece of legislation last General Assembly, and it was bipartisan, folks. Both sides knew it was coming. Both groups. We worked together on that, and we passed it with Governor Strickland signing the bill. We knew it was coming. So when people say, oh my, this is something new, this fracking, both sides knew it. Both sides were preparing for this whole process. And my job as chairman of the Ag and Natural Resources is to make sure that we work and move forward with technologies and everything else, and make sure that if there's a greater technology out there, when it comes, that we're looking at it. Yes, sir.